Good morning, children. Today we are going to revise first chapter in geography, resources. Okay. See, already we have seen this lesson clearly, the definition of resources, types of resources and conservation of resources. Isn't it? Yes. Now let's revise this chapter. Okay. Let me ask you a question because already we have studied this chapter, right? Okay, fine. What is a resource? Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is called resource. Yes. See, look around you. The things which we use for our survival, the things which we use for our needs, to satisfy our needs are called resources. Isn't it? For example, air, water, sunlight, food, vegetables, then clothes, then all automobiles, vehicles, transport vehicles, isn't it? All the things which we are used for our need are called resources. Okay, fine. See, what is the condition for a substance to be called a resource? See, we used to tell resource, but what a condition when it will be considered as a resource? A substance or objects, anything, any objects needs to have some utility. Yes, of course, if the things have utility only, it will be considered as a resource, isn't it? So, a substance needs to have some utility, then only it will become a resource. So, a substance becomes a resource if it has utility or usability. Okay, fine. A resource has some value, isn't it? Yes. Each and every resource has separate value. For example, some resources have economic value, some resources have aesthetic value. For example, metals. Metals can be associated with money. Yes, we can make it, it can be used in the factories, manufacturing sectors, and we can sell it, isn't it? Some resources like landscape, beautiful sceneries, this and all, these resources won't have economic value, but they have aesthetic value. It feels pleasant when we see sceneries, when we see landscape, beautiful landscape. What we feel? We feel so happy. It feels pleasant, isn't it? So each resource has value. Okay, fine. Now let's see what are natural resources. What are natural resources? Resources that are drawn, that are obtained from nature and used without much modifications are called natural resources. Yes, what are the examples for natural resources? Soil, minerals, air, sunlight and water, etc. Isn't it? Yes. Now, I will ask you some MCQ based on this chapter. Okay? Fine. See, which one of the following does not make substance a resource? A. Utility, B. Value and C. Quantity. Which one does not make substance a resource? Quantity. Yes, quantity is the right answer because every resources has utility and value. If they have utility only, it will be a resource. Otherwise, it won't be considered as a resource, isn't it? At the same time, it has value. Either economic value or moral value or aesthetic value. Okay, so which one of the following does not make substance a resource? Quantity. Quantity won't make a substance into a resource. Got it? Okay, fine. Let's move into second question. Which one of the following is a human-made resources? Option A, medicines to treat cancer. B. Spring water, and C. Tropical forests. Which one will be the right answer? Option A. Yes, of course, medicines to treat cancer. This invented by human being, isn't it? So, of course, it will be a human-made resources. Spring water and tropical forest are natural resources, isn't it? Yes. Next, biotic resources. Complete the sentence. Biotic resources either made by human beings or derived from living things or derived from non-living things. Which one will be the right answer? Biotic means living things, isn't it? So, biotic resources derived from living things. So, option B is the right answer. Okay, fine. Fourth question. Non-renewable resources are those which have a dash. Option A, unlimited stock. Option B, less stock. Option C, limited stock. Non-renewable resources. For example, you imagine what are the non-renewable resources. You think and tell me which one will be the right answer. Unlimited stock or less stock or limited stock. Which one will be the right answer? Limited stock is the right answer. Why? Because generally non-renewable sources are having limited stock. For example, coal, petroleum and natural gas. If we overuse it, it will get exhausted, isn't it? So non-renewable resources are those which have a limited stock. Got it? Next, dash resources are those resources whose quantity is known. Which resources are those resources whose quantity is known? Actual resources. The answer is actual resources, not potential resources. Quantity may not be known and it won't be used in present days. But actual resources are used currently. So, actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. Okay? Fine. Now, let's move on to fill in the blanks based on this chapter. Okay? Fine. Dash makes any substance a resource. What makes any substance a resource? Usability or utility. So, utility makes any substance a resource. So, utility makes any substance a resource. For example, water, electricity, wind, sunlight, air, isn't it? Wood. So, if any substance is usable, it becomes a resource. So, utility makes any substance a resource. Fine. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. Already we have seen it, isn't it? Yes. Then the discovery of dash led to the practice of cooking. After what was discovered, cooking was practiced. Fire. You know, before inventing fire, the ancient humans ate everything raw, isn't it? Yes. Then dash is found in Ladakh. Uranium. Uranium is found in Ladakh. And it is the example of potential resources. How? Basically, potential resources are those resources whose entire quantity may not be known. And these are not being used at present. These resources could be used in the future. So, uranium is found in Ladakh, but it is not used at present. It could be used in future. So, uranium is found in Ladakh is an example of which resources? Potential resources. Okay, fine. Then dash comes from water and coal. Electricity, because hydroelectricity, thermal energy, isn't it? So, from water, electricity is generated is known as hydroelectricity, and power plants burn the coal, then they generate electricity is known as thermal energy, isn't it? Then dash and dash are two important factors that can change substances into resources: time and technology. Time and technology are two important factors, isn't it? Yes, see, time and technology are two important factors. In which way? Petroleum was not a resource before people learnt to use it, isn't it? But at present, it is a resource. Then technology, because actually human beings also have resource, isn't it? People will give their ideas, knowledge, invention and discoveries led to the creation of more resources. The invention of the wheel ultimately resulted in development of new modes of transport, isn't it? So, time and technology are two important factors that can change substances into resources. Okay, fine. Air is ubiquitous resource since it is found everywhere, isn't it? Yes, air is ubiquitous resource because it is found in everywhere, isn't it? Yes. Next, using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation, isn't it? Yes, fine. Now, let's move on to true or false based on this chapter. Okay, fine. We should waste water since it is a renewable resource and we do not need to be careful in its use. Is it true or false? Of course false, because even though water is a renewable resource, we should use it carefully. We should conserve water, isn't it? So we should not waste water since it is a renewable source. Okay, fine. Next, a source always has the same economic value. True or false? Of course false, because each resource has separate value. Some may have economic value, some resources do not have economic value. For example, metals have economic value, but landscape has, what is that, aesthetic value. So all resource always has the same economic value is false. Okay, fine. All natural resources of energy are renewable. No, it is false. Why? Because all natural sources of energy are renewable is false. Why? Because fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, natural gas are non-renewable resources. But wind energy, solar energy, that and all renewable. So here all natural sources of energy are renewable. Not like that. Some sources of energy are renewable, some are not renewable. So this is false. Next, resources need to be conserved for the future generations. Yes, of course, true. We have to conserve the resources for the future generations. True. Then sustainable development is a way to use resources carefully as well as saving them for the future. Yes, sustainable development is a way to use resources carefully. Yes. So, as well as saving them for the future. True. Then soil, rocks and minerals are examples of biotic resources. True or false? Of course false, because soil, rocks and minerals are examples of abiotic resources, because these are all non-living elements, isn't it? Yes. Then on the basis of distribution, a resource can be actual or potential. True or false? False, because on the basis of distribution, natural resources can be divided into two, ubiquitous or localized. Okay. So on the basis of distribution, a resource can be actual or potential. False. Okay, fine. Resources are classified into natural and human made. True or false? False, because resources are classified into three: natural resources, human made resources, and human resources. Three types of resources are there, isn't it? So resources are classified into natural and human made is false. Resources are classified into natural resources, human made resources, and human resources. Okay, fine. Now let's see the match the following. Okay, fine. See here, resource, windmill, plants and trees, a vehicle, rocks and minerals. Here, a renewable resource of energy, human made resource, abiotic resources, and utility and biotic resources. See, resource, which one we can match it? Resource is resource has utility, isn't it? So windmill, yeah, renewable source of energy. Plants and trees, biotic resources. Vehicle, human made resource. Rocks and minerals, abiotic resources, isn't it? Yes. See, MCQ answers, fill in the blanks answers and true or false and match the following. Answers are here. If you have any doubt, you can check it over here. Okay. Now let's see, answer the following. Okay. Describe the types of resources. Actually, resources are usually classified into three types, which are natural resources, human made resources, and human resources. What are natural resources? Resources are taken from nature and they are used without much modification, isn't it? These are called natural resources. For example, river, lakes, air, soils, minerals, trees, mountains, etc. Then human-made resources. Actually, human-made resources have not been provided to us by nature directly. Human beings have used their intelligence to manufacture them for their own use. Examples: vehicles, buildings, roads, smartphone, computer, laptop, etc. Okay, then human resources. Human resources include people who serve us in any way. For example, a teacher, doctor, carpenter, cobbler, etc. are human resources. Okay, fine. Now, write the classification of natural resources. See, natural resources are classified into different groups depending upon their level of development, on the basis of their origin, on the basis of stock, and on the basis of distribution. Okay, now let's discuss about the level of development and use. You know, on the basis of their development and use, resources can be classified into two groups. One is actual resource and another one is potential resources, isn't it? So already we have learnt about potential resources and those whose entire quantity may not be known, and these are not being used at present, but it could be used in the future. For example, we saw uranium is found in Ladakh, isn't it? Then now we will see about actual resource. These actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. These resources are being used at present. For example, the rich deposits of coal in Ruhr region of Germany and petroleum in the West Asia, the dark soils of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra are all actual resources. Okay, fine. Now, On the basis of their origin, resources can be divided into two, abiotic and biotic. Abiotic means non-living things, and while biotic resources are living things. See, for example, for abiotic, soils, rocks and minerals are the examples of abiotic resources. What is that? Animals and plants are the examples of biotic resources. Okay. Then natural resources can be broadly categorized on the basis of stock, renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Already we have known what is meant by renewable resources, and renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished quickly. For example, solar energy, wind energy and all. But at the same time, non-renewable resources are not renewed easily. If we overuse it, it will get exhausted soon and it will take millions of years to form again. So, for example, coal, petroleum and natural gas. Okay, so on the basis of the stock, natural resources are classified into renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Okay, fine. On the basis of distribution, resources can be classified into ubiquitous and localized. What is meant by ubiquitous? Means resources that are found everywhere, like air we breathe, even sunlight, or everywhere it is found. So, resources that are found everywhere is called ubiquitous, and localized. In localized, resources are found only in certain places like copper, iron, manganese, platinum, diamond, gold. No? So, these resources are deposited in certain places, found in certain places. Okay, fine. See, what are the actual resources and potential resources? Give examples. Already we have seen it. On the basis of its resources development and use, resources can be classified into two groups, isn't it? That are actual resources and potential resources. Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known and also it is being used in the present. And potential resources are resources whose entire quantity may not be known, but these are not being used at present, but it could be used in the future. For example, uranium is found in Ladakh. Okay, fine. We briefly describe the resources on the basis of stock. The resources on the basis of stock are as follows. One is renewable resources and another one is non-renewable resources. So, renewable resources already we have seen it. These resources are those which can get renewed or replenished quickly. These resources are unlimited, isn't it? For example, wind energy, solar energy is unlimited. Renewable sources are unlimited, but non-renewable resources are limited. These resources which have a limited stock, and also it will, once if it gets exhausted, it will take time to replenish. For example, coal, petroleum and natural gas. Okay. Write a short note on biotic and abiotic resources. Of course, you can say biotic resources means all the living things are included in biotic resources. Examples, plants and animals. But abiotic resources are non-living things. Examples, soils, rocks and minerals. Isn't it? Yes. See, write some principles of sustainable development. Let me recall what is sustainable development. See, sustainable development is the concept of balancing the need to use resources as well as to conserve them for the future generation. And what are the some principles of sustainable development? First one is respect and care of all forms of life, then improve the quality of human life, then conserve the earth's vitality and diversity, then minimize the depletion of natural resources. Okay. I hope this revision will be useful. Thank you.